Hello, this is a tutorial explaining how to create a screencasting video or an instructional video much like the one I am doing. It is a very powerful tool, particularly in the professional field, especially in education, which is my field, and I have already begun using it in many fantastic ways as a teacher, but it goes way beyond teaching. First, let me say that I use CamStudio, which is not the only one. So I've got this quick website up here for you. There's AviScreen, CamStudio, Copernicus, Screencast-O-Matic, Jing, and all kinds of things. And I just did a quick Google search for screencasting for PC, and they make them for iPad and Android and all kinds of devices. But I'm using CamStudio, and this is for my Windows 7 PC. So now, how do you do this? It's pretty simple. First, you need to download the app, or the program rather, and I'm just going to do a Google search for CamStudio, and the website is actually camstudio.org if you just want to skip the Google search, and it kind of explains here, and I'm going to scroll down to download links, and I'm going to click on CamStudio 2.0. And it brings me to this long list, and I don't want any of these. The thing I actually want is right here, download CamStudio 2.6. I'm not actually going to click on it because I already have it, and there's no need for me to actually go through all of this. So that's that. Now once you get it, I'll just give you a quick run through of the basics of how to run the actual program. Let me bring it up. That's not going to work. One thing to note is once you minimize it, you can't get it back up by double clicking on it from the Windows menu. You have to actually go into your little toolbar down here and open it. And this is what it looks like. It's pretty simple. To start recording, you just click on the record button and it starts. Now there's some options you can play around with and some of my recommendations, and I am by no stretch an expert, but this is just what I've found so far. One very important one is under video options. Is to make sure your frame rate is 50 to 20. This just makes sure that when you're done, that your voice and the sound and your voice will all be in sync with your what you're seeing on the screen as you recorded it, and it ensures you won't get an error when you're done. So that's step number one. Capture frame rates 50, playback rate 20. Okay, next thing. Then in audio options for microphone, oh no, I don't even need that. I come down here and I click the box record audio from microphone. I have a USB microphone. It's made by Logitech. It was maybe $20 that I got at Walmart. I don't know. I'm not endorsing them, just telling you what I have. There's probably different ways, but if you're doing this at work, you may not have a speaker built in. Something else, other things to note. Minimize program on start. That means when you bring it up, you won't see this little box here. So I've checked that. Hide flashing rectangle. If you don't click this, there's this little red or a blue-gray flashing rectangle, and it's kind of annoying. I realized pretty quickly that you want to save settings on exit, otherwise you have to come back in and redo all this stuff. And this one I haven't played around with a whole lot. Play AVI file when done. I just use the system which uses Windows Media Player, and that's worked fine for me. I don't know about the other two. Directory is where it saves it. So I went in and created on my desktop a video tutorials folder. So when I went into directory for recording, use user specified, click on that and it kind of brings up your directory, and I just chose the folder that I had created, and I'm just going to cancel. I don't want to change anything. Hopefully this is making sense. And then keyboard shortcuts I've had a little trouble with, because when you're done you want to be able to stop, and I would think for neatness purposes, without bringing up this box again, which is what you would have to do and come up and click stop. So if you don't want to do that and you want a keyboard shortcut, I've tried out a couple things. That's right here. Currently I have it at F2, but I've had all kinds of troubles with this. I started out with F8 and that would work sometimes and not work sometimes. Then I figured, oh, S would make sense. S for stop, I can remember that. I can find it easily on the keyboard. Sometimes I'm doing this at night and I've got the lights off and I can't see my keyboard, and so I don't know where my F 8 button is right off the top of my head, so that it was a little hard. But if you choose any of the letters, anytime you have this program open, you cannot type that letter. So I had chosen S, and it was working wonderfully. It was great. And then I was doing a video on, I don't even remember, I was searching the internet for something, and I couldn't get the S key to work. Like it was broken. I couldn't use it. And I finally realized it was because it was my keyboard shortcut. I wasn't even recording. I was just simply had the program open, and it shows S. So I recommend not using one of the alphabet letters, and try to use one of your function F2 or whatever works for you. Let me hit OK and see if it works. See, now it's unable to set. So I'm going to have to do this the manual way. So this is just the beta version of 2.6. Hopefully they get some of these bugs worked out. I haven't tried any other version. Maybe the other versions have some other bugs worked out, but less features. I don't know. This one seems to work for me. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you want to see it in action, you can see some of my other videos on the YouTube channel. Enjoy.